RCEP, they try to at least have some kind of economic consolidation, some kind of economic cooperation in Southeast Asia. And in fact, most Southeast Asian countries went along with it, even as there were other choices as well.
Andrew Hall had written a beautiful book on China's Asian Dream. And the way the Chinese have taken control of ASEAN, less Singapore and Indonesia, they invest and invest till they control at least 10 to 12% of your GDP. Then you are scared to antagonize the Chinese because they threaten to pull out. And no country can take an economic hit of a double-digit pullout on the GDP. The classic example I'll give you is of Vietnam. Vietnam, if you remember, it was around 2011 or so when the first standoff took place with the Chinese on the drilling issue where they had brought in into the South China Sea near Vietnam. What was the reaction? The Vietnamese people went to town and burnt all the Chinese factories and establishments. At that point in time, the Chinese investment in Vietnam was about bare 5 to 7% of the GDP. The Chinese within a week pulled out, said sorry, everything. Though in that people didn't realize some South Korean, some Japanese firms also got burned. Cut to 2018. Again a standoff happens. What is the reaction in Vietnam? They went running to town to all countries to say, you must blame the Chinese. No people came out. At that time, Vietnamese controlled 14% of the Vietnamese GDP. See the difference in the reaction. That time, the government permitted the people to do. This time, the government didn't permit the people to do. That is the way the Chinese want to avoid the Thucydides trap. Geo-economic hold on countries. So you gain or coerce your influence in that region. And you achieve your aims. So RCEP, it was obvious that the ASEAN countries would support. I was surprised why Singapore was singing paeans for RCEP. Because the Chinese investment within Singapore and within Indonesia is not there. India refused because it was not getting amicable say in that, and Indian markets would have suffered, Indian industry would have suffered. So let's see how the Indo-Pacific Economic Forum works out. IPEF is coming in.